I was 11 pounds when I was born, so bless my mama. I've always provided an alligator for Florida Week. You can't have an endangered species in your room. I'm like, it's a lizard. This picture, Peter would kind of be pissed off because y'all got a guy on the team who likes to massacre animals. I'm turning around, dude, we had a badass hunt. Tight ends, by the way, have our own little niche. We all know each other. I was blessed to be in a family that had a local hero who died, and Barry Sanders, Chris Tillman all came to town, and you cannot turn left in New York.
Really?
There's no intersection that allows you to turn left. I made friends with the first-round draft pick that year, Justin Pugh, and he took us on a rooftop party, and that was pretty fun.
This chick ain't going home with you because you just beat up this dude tonight.
He's got about a quarter in him. He's strong. Get ready, Chase. I come off the ball, hit him. He broke my nose. This is the worst thing that LSU ever did, by the way. This is how everybody got hurt. He couldn't speak too well, right? And now he's a doctor. It's crazy.
Miller Brothers, chicken flex.
All right, guys, we are back at it today in the Wolf Den. We have Mr. Chase Clement, former LSU player, a.k.a. also known as Big Dottie, and then also went into the pros for a little bit. It was the New York Giants, I believe, right?
Yep. Got called up in the Giants after my career at LSU, and then spent there for 11 months. Did all the preseason practicing. Got to meet a lot of people. Eli was my quarterback. Jacobs was there. Brandon was just leaving. Perilou was just leaving there. C. Webb was there. Corey Webster. I don't know if you remember Corey. All them boys from your town.
Yeah, no, actually, I do remember. I do actually. That he played. He didn't play for Assumption.
Where was C. Webb from? C. Webb. I thought he was.
That sounds so familiar.
It was
Brandon Jacobs played at.
Brandon Jacobs, but it was another cat that also he was a defensive back that played at Assumption. Regardless, I ended up spending a little time over there, and then spent a little 3 or 4 days in Pittsburgh when Heath Miller had an ankle injury. As soon as I got released from the Giants, I got a phone call to go to Pittsburgh. Okay. And when I originally had signed a free agent contract, I wasn't drafted at the time. I was after that Mr. Irrelevant kind of stage, right? And this is a crazy story, right? So Tyron and Frank Wilson's agent, all them boys that had the right agent, it was Elias. Dr. Elias is a doctor in Thibodeau. His brother was our agent, and he had died a week before the draft. So he was going to represent me. My Uncle Ruffin Rodriguez, who owns Rufino's in Baton Rouge and Rufino's on the River in Lafayette, had kind of plugged me in, during my college career. Because Eric, I don't know if Andelsek, he had died way too young. I was 1 year old. So
yeah, that was your uncle, right?
Correct. My mama's brother. He had. This is where I live now in Thibodeau. He had died way too young. I was 1 year old when he died. So I never really met him, but I met all his friends, right? So Uncle Ruffin really kind of took me under his wing. He's Uncle Ruffin to me,
Right.
I don't know if you understand those kin folks in your family.
Oh, yeah.
The uncle. But
yeah, uncle, whatever.
He was his best friend since kindergarten, so Uncle Ruffin took me under his wing. And heaven forbid, Uncle Ruffin passed away this couple years ago as well. So that's both their souls.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. But just out of curiosity, is it your mom's side or did it come from both sides? Because if the viewers, if y'all can't tell, Chase is a big dude. Like, what are you? Like, what, 6'3", 6'4"?
6'7".
Oh, you 6'7"?
6'7", 315.
Oh, I didn't realize that you were that tall.
Yeah, I gained a little bit of weight.
Damn, I didn't realize you were 6'7".
We look better when we get older in my family.
Well, no.
That side of my family, on my dad's side, I feel like it's been that better with age wine looking like it. My mama's side got the side.
Well, no, now that I guess I think about it, every time like we're around each other, like, and I mean, the way that me and Chase met each other.
Right,
that's what I'm saying. The way that me and Chase met each other, we were like partying in college, right? I think the first time I ever met you, that we were in Florida. I met you randomly on at a Kappa Sig party that they were doing like in Panama. When I was in Panama, I think that was the first time I met you.
Spring
and it was
breaking.
Yeah, it was you and then two other it was a quarterback and some other big dude that played for like
Josh
LSU.
Jaworski. T-Bob. That's
Yeah,
where we used to go for our spring break.
So I remember, and I met y'all, and then we just ended up hitting it off. And ever since, like, me and you talked during that time, but like, I just remember, like, I always have to be like,
and then
what you know? What's up, bro? Like, what you talking about?
That's one thing I do miss. Always when I find a person that's tall, I'm like, I'm back in the huddle.
Yeah.
Look up there, But then we had like Tyron, that was your height, who had a heart of gold, heart like a warrior. And you looking down to this dude, and this dude's the best guy you ever played around, best leader I ever wanted to be around,
Right.
So, I always tell people it's not the fight, it's the heart,
Right.
So yeah, I was blessed to play around some good people, man.
But so with that being said, though, so does it come does your size come from like mainly your mom's side?
My mom, his older brother, mom is the middle, younger brother, Eric. He was the strongest guy that ever played at LSU.
Yeah, I was looking at the videos that you had sent to me.
He is a man amongst boys, bro.
No, like that dude's
If you look at him compared to some of his partners, when he put his arm and he looks at that camera angle and he looks at you, his forearm is bigger than his partner's heads. I'm like, dang. I mean, it's a big. I never met him. My mama kept him alive in our life, and this is all props to my mama, right? Because she's one of the most hardcore coaches. Taught every little young along this bayou, trust me.
Right.
And then been through all of them, seeing all the parents. Is still coaching to this day. We do pickleball all the time. I can't imagine how my uncle was, right? And I take care of his daddy. I live right next door to his daddy and where we grew up on the compound, the plantation where we live at in Thibodeau. And, I wish he was around. I wish he would have had a kid. I still got his old boat. And I was taking care of his dad. His dad's on his way out.
Shoot.
For bed. We all taking care of him right now. Everybody's mama's busting her butt for him.
If he had a kid, you might have had some competition. That dude might have been.
We would have been all better.
What, dude?
We would have been all better. I always tell everybody, like, if he was still alive, he would have made sure he would have gave us the right advice.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
do this.
It's not just the size. It's football's baked in your family.
Oh, there's no doubt. It's competition, man. When it comes to hunting, fishing, like, I don't know if you got brothers. You got brothers?
Yeah.
So, like, when me and my brothers are hunting, like, sometimes we don't talk during hunting season, man.
I can see him. I can see him in the
hiding our bucks.
Just gets
We're
intense.
hiding our bucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is. This breaks us.
That's actually funny. That's funny. Right?
It breaks us. And look, you don't want to catch us pissed off in the woods. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely don't want to catch y'all. Not, especially if they look at anything like
you. Drop the gun. Don't worry. We're going to fight, though. That's where no cameras at.
That dude's got knocked down. That dude's got knocked down a couple of trees trying to get to there.
I've run a few people down, end up being my little brother in the woods.
Now, can they compete? Do they have the same kind of size as you, or all smaller?
I got the most athletic. My older brother's the most athletic one, I think. Growing up, I was a little water boy. He was the fastest one in the family. Mm-hmm. He started everything as a freshman, had all the records with shot put, discus. And then I was 3 years younger than him, right? And my little brother, I was 11 pounds when I was born. So bless my mama again. Mama grew up that old school way. She didn't want the drugs to better get us out of her, So she had me naturally.
Bless her heart, dude.
Wait till you meet this woman. She got bigger hands than me. And she ran around the hospital telling everybody, I had this 11-pound baby. Right? And then all of a sudden, my little brother come out 13 months later. So I got a little best friend.
Wait, 13? I thought you were about to say
13 months.
13,
so me and my little brher are 13 months
I thought you
apart.
were about to say 13 pounds.
So me and, no. He ain't that big.
I was going to say, God.
I sucked up all the stuff. All the nutrients.
Yeah, you took off all them nutrients, huh?
But Clint came out, and me and Clint were, best friends growing up. And Clint's one of the hardest savages, having me and Chris picking on him, and like, let's see what Clint could do, and then we'll step in. Clint could go. He could roll. He played at Nichols. My older brother played at Tech. But Clint's that skateboarder. He's athletic as all get up.
The other two brothers, they didn't
finish college.
Oh, they didn't.
But they did have an opportunity to continue training and playing, which that's stuck in us. My family had divorced at one time, so pools and different dynamics were pulled a different way. And my older brother went up north with my dad, my stepmom, who is now the judge up there. So Pop kind of, I always say, yeah, you did a good job. I got a little sister now who's going to be a lawyer. So we'll have another lawyer in the family. And then Clint went up there for a little while, and Clint came back. But Clint's doing, man, he's a heck of a man. He's got 2 kids. Older brother's got 3 kids. So just watching them boys grow up and knowing where they came from, it's a blessing, bro. I
Absolutely.
had a great team, and that has my back all the time. But when it comes to hunting,
I know that's what I was about to
when it
say.
comes to hunting, it's like, hey, we can't put us in the same field.
Y'all big into hunting and fishing too. Like you doing a lot of stuff with just a lot of different people around here, right? So
Yeah.
you have some efforts going with the Cajun Navy.
Yep, United Cajun Navy, by the way. So the Cajun Navy and United Cajun Navy is a little different. Met Ty Terrell and Brian Trasher that kind of took me under their wing. You ought to see what they got and what they're doing for these people. It's incredible having these big old warehouses at the Tormat over there in New Orleans. In Baton Rouge, sorry. And all the donations that come in. And he grew up in the seafood business. Shout out Todd, man. He's been awesome for us. And, took us Gator Hunt. We took some guys on the executive squad, took the operations manager for LSU and Michael Johnson.
I think I seen, didn't you post some stuff about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And me and Michael, the executive chef for LSU, have been close. I've always provided an alligator for Florida Week for LSU.
Right.
I had alligators when I was at LSU.
Yeah.
I'd bring them to football lives. My dogs were coming to football lives with me.
Yeah.
So, I remember getting in trouble one time. They were like, you can't have an endangered species in your room. I'm like, it's a lizard. They're like, no, Chase, we're from South Louisiana. We know it's an alligator.
Are gators still endangered?
Yeah, no,
It is. Yeah, well, they were, and then now that tags are starting to open up. Like this season just started to open up to December 31st, so they're in a way becoming more eligible to kill. So obviously, it came to that. They were, and then
I don't think they really do.
They're not endangered.
They ain't endangered. They no way
to go find.
No.
Oh yeah.
Because this is what they base the statistics off of is hunters. They got plenty of people that don't go as far as some folks go in the woods to be able to find.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. Because and then you gotta think, dude. They got places so far back, like just woods so deep and thick in Louisiana.
Can't even get to.
We got black bears, like big bears, and we got panthers, and like we got a lot of things that people just. They so in a swamp.
They only go off of people who are hunting.
Yeah.
Like hunters statistics.
Correct.
Right. And it goes back to the old days. Like I grew up running dogs and tracking through some hard swamp. I have a long legged. I could run through a swamp. And if anybody wants to compete, I'm gonna tell you right now, let's try.
I hate trudging.
I can walk. They don't make them no more like they used to.
No,
they really don't. I grew up
no.
doing that, and then now I hunt in hip boots all the time. People don't want to do that.
Was the saying they used to is bad, so I'm not really gonna finish it. But if you know and you're from South Louisiana, you know it. If you can walk through trudge, you can.
Yeah.
Make
blood.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But nah, dude, that like it does put a you haven't been hunting like talk about hunt because you always no.
You would love it,
dude.
He
loves to shoot guns.
I love to shoot. I've
But
just
you like that
never had
intensity
anyone to go with.
From getting to know you for a little while. You love that.
Oh, yeah.
that
Bro.
aspect of just your heart racing.
Dude, nothing like killing a deer or finding or a hog hunt too.
And I blood track deer.
Hey.
That is so
Well,
intense.
my dad, he hunted a lot when he was younger, but he's got cerebral palsy on the left side, and his health deteriorating as he got older. So by the time we were old enough, he just didn't go as much. And then moving around the country, places like LA where it's a lot harder to get those kind of permits and even find places to go. So I've never really been somewhere where I can access it. And by the time I got down here, I didn't know too many people who did. If you can make that happen,
I got some land in Thibodeau, bro.
We go home with Chase. We go.
I'd love that.
We go to Pointville. We go deer hunting in Pointville. You used to go hunting on my Uncle Henry's land sometimes with Ty and all. So that's where I killed my first deer. Believe it or not.
That's Cool as Note. I didn't realize Cool was Note.
No, you talking about
Cool.
You call him
Henry.
Cool? Yeah, Henry. Yeah. That's my uncle. I mean, through marriage, I still call him my Uncle Henry, right?
Okay.
It's really not my marriage uncle anymore.
Right.
Like they divorced, but that's still my, I mean, I call him uncle. Yeah,
I worked with him for 9 years at
Well, he was pissed I killed that deer because, dude, look, he knew we was hunting, but like he didn't know I was hunting specifically that day, and he had gave us permission to go on his land and stuff, and like he knew my buddy hunting on it. So we just went walk one day, but he wasn't mad about that I really killed the deer. It was how we killed the deer, right? So I've been hunting 13 years, right? Like I think I was 22 or 23. And I've been hunting in South Louisiana for 13 years now and never killed a deer. Like there's been opportunities. It's just I never either didn't want to kill that deer or didn't shoot or whatever.
With a gun?
With a gun. Whatever the case, I just never came across having a gun in my hand with a deer. Well, we don't even make it to the stand. Dude, they got 2 button bucks and a pretty buck sitting right there.
Bambi and Papa.
Oh my God.
You
dude.
shot the button buck?
I did, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because
That's the best
I know,
eating
you know
ones.
why,
That's the best eating
and then I really wasn't tripping about the other one, and I really couldn't get a shot off on the big buck. But dude, I swear, me and my buddy, we laid down right in the air once we saw him. We was at least 800 to 1,000 yards, like still from the stand. Like I'm telling you, this was a far. In my 30, I killed it with it was a 30 or 6.
Uh-huh.
I was looking at the scope, dude. If I moved the scope even a centimeter off, it was off the deer. Like that's how far away I was. I think I got lucky with my shot. Hit him through the neck. Deer dropped right in the air. Well, my buddy, he tried shooting the other deer. That was the other button buck that was with the other one. And he was like counting down. And he was like, we could shoot at the same time. And dude, I'm just like,
that's the whole.
Dude, yeah. I'm looking. I'm on the ground. I'm holding up my gun like I got it kind of positioned, and it's getting a little heavy. I'm breathing right. He said I'm counting down from 10. I'm like, okay, fuck, 10 seconds. So he starts counting down 10, 9, 8, and then he finally gets to it, and then he's like says 2. He's like, wait, I'm not ready. I said, oh no, fuck that. He said, all right. I said, this time I'm counting down for 5. He said 5, 4. Bah! Dude, I smoked that thing right whenever he said 4. And he said, dude, I didn't get to 1. I said, fuck that. You ain't gonna shoot, dude. And then he was like, no. And then when he heard, he was like, he took his shot off. He missed his there.
It's hard to count down and shoot at the same time.
Oh, it is, dude. And I was just thinking like, I
literally.
literally.
Else count.
Well, dude, I didn't want to hold with the gun up no more. Like it was getting to the point where I was shaking and I was like, dude, I had to take the shot. If I didn't take the shot, I wouldn't.
That's right. Yeah, when you find you got. I've done that a couple times.
So, the reason that it was a bad thing though was we were shooting towards the stand. We didn't actually know who else was on the lease that day, like on the property, and then also the way that we were shooting, it was kind of like towards the highway in a sense, if that makes sense. But it really wasn't. We were very, very far away from the highway, right? So it's like we wasn't doing nothing crazy.
How far are you in Pierreport?
No, we in the Pointville. We in Pointville. Yeah. We down the canal. So like that's what I mean by the highway to the canal, right?
I know
so,
that too.
Yeah. So it's like we way deep in there. We on that first stand on Henry's Land, like that first one. So you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shot that way or whatever. Well, we walking towards it. We see a deer camera, and we know we just fucked up that we wasn't supposed to shoot right there. Take off shirt, throw it on the deer camera. Somehow he still knew it was us. And he's calling us, dude. He calls us. He's like, Jensen, dude, that was y'all little motherfuckers who shot that deer. I was like, and you know how he talks. Like I can't even talk like him. Like
cool, hey, cool. What up, cool?
You don't even know what he's saying half the time, but like right? So it's just like he's like y'all motherfuckers, and he was all pissed off, and he was like, it wasn't the fact that I killed the deer, it was the fact how we killed the deer, and he didn't know, right?
How do you know it was you? You're staring right at the camera.
Well, no,
You'll never know.
No, the game camera was pointed towards that way, so we got lucky. Like it never really saw who it was, but he knew who was going hunt back there on his land, and then asked Jensen about it. Yeah, family. Yeah.
But it is when it comes to that part, I'm the same way, and my rules, man. Like I need to know communication is key.
I think he was a little mad too because he was like, I could have killed that deer.
Of course. That's
you know what I mean? That's the one.
Hey, that's when it comes to that fight rivalry in the woods. Like me and my brothers run into each other in the woods, and we don't tell each other we were in the woods. That's when we got a confrontation. But as long as we're on the same team, we kill all of them. That's like I got my blood. I got my boys with me. We grew up hunting the same way. So
how'd you
in the woods?
How'd you balance that with like training with football in college and in pro? I mean, if you had to go to New York and stuff like that, did that interfere?
I was hunting. So I killed deer in Baton Rouge as well. I was walking around the woods. I found every fishing hole. I could tell you where all the biggest bass are caught around in Baton Rouge.
Dude, I wish.
Me, Jarrett Lee, Matt Branch, Tyler, my best friend who had passed away from all the pressure after college. He had killed himself, but my ride or die, one day one kind of guy, We had our little clique of guys, same when we were telling you the story earlier about all the big bucks. Remember all those big bucks that we had killed? And we had those New York social media people come in there and try to tell us how to, this is when social media was trying to orchestrate all their, hey, LSU wanted to make sure their brand was the right way. So
Right,
they brought
Around
some-
like
they brought some
2010.
yuppies from North New York down here. And they were like, everybody sign up for this app, right? So me being just a guy who follows rules, I signed up for the app, and not everybody signed up for that because they kind of like, I ain't signed up for this app. Their Facebooks were all kind of damaged in a way.
I can't believe Chase just slid that in there. He's like, yeah, because I follow the rules.
I did. No, I grew up the right way. I can't lie, man. It's probably why I'm still single. I can't lie. Anyways, going back to we had these two yon-yons, or yuppies, call them, from New York, come down and say, look, this picture, Peter would kind of be pissed off because y'all got a guy on the team who likes to massacre animals. I'm turning around. Dude, we had a badass hunt,
Yeah.
That was one of the best weekends we had.
He's hyped up. He's hyped up.
I'm telling you, we just made it, dog.
Yeah.
These guys pulled out this picture of us with a bunch of big bucks on the ground. I'm like, this cannot be the worst thing in the world, trust me. But after all that kibosh, I had got rid of Facebook, and I sort of rebranded myself, probably in the last 5 years as far as Facebook, because I had got off for so long because, LSU didn't want us on it, and media trained us and all that stuff. But
Right.
I brought them little alligators, so I was still my coon-ass little self, obviously.
Dude, you would have fun. I talked about it on I think it was the last episode that we had. Whenever I went to Hawaii, we went hog hunting. But we went hog hunting with I don't know if you saw my snapshot of it. It was just with 2 dogs and a knife. That's it. Nothing else.
You grabbed them by the ears,
Yeah,
or you
no.
grabbed them by the legs?
You try to grab them by the legs, but you let the dogs work them first, and then you have to go in, and once the dogs kind of got a hold of them, you have to go in and kill that thing with a knife.
Oh, so
Yeah,
y'all weren't even like
And then you
no
got-
spear or anything?
no spear, no, a knife.
You grabbed
Oh,
the
yeah,
hog.
yeah,
You grabbed
dude.
the hog.
Yeah, and like, dude, I'm talking about like they would create like
Extreme.
So, dude, no, this dude that was with one of the locals, Pecana, dude, I'm telling you, I was right behind him, and he was right in front of me, and one of the dogs had like hit on the hog. Dude, that hog was this was like a 350-pound hog. I'm telling you, ran across. The dude Pecana that I was hunting with, he got scared. He was like, oh, fuck. He was like, I wish I would have had more dogs with me right now. Yeah, that's all you hear is like, that's all you hear is that clutch, and they getting it sharpened, they're getting it ready. Yep.
They pissing off.
Well, the 2 of the dogs, they had found it, and he was like, man, these 2 dogs that we got, he was like, if we had more dogs, we would be able to catch this hog, but I don't think that the 2 dogs, because he had like one of them was Nyla, and she was actually still
Lacey's,
getting.
they had some
well,
curs.
Yeah, well, she was more of like a finder, right? And then once she finds, she barks.
Yeah.
But then they have clinchers.
Bay dogs.
Right,
and
correct. And all we
curs,
have, so we were just hunting with that night. We weren't expecting to come across a hog that big, so all we was going with was like a finder, a barker, and a clincher. But dude, the clincher,
that's bad to the bone.
Dude, I'll show you some.
You hold him back and you let him go, and that's like.
Oh, dude, we had to. You should have saw.
Kevin Minner going down in
No,
the pocket.
It was
hitting the
bad.
A-gap.
It was bad, dude. Like we caught a hog, and because like we actually one night we had to go pick up a hog because they actually do that for some of the rich people. Like they'll trap them on their land or whatever, and then go and kill them or relocate them or feed their family, whatever they do with it, however they disperse the meat, because they big on that. Like they don't waste nothing in Hawaii, right? They big
awesome.
on So we went and did that, and we were training one of the dogs, and dude, like I ain't gonna lie, I even kind of felt bad for a second because I was just like,
They tear him up.
no, dude, they tear him up, and then I look at Pecana, and I'm like, all right, like let's do it, let's kill this pig, let's take it out of his mercy. He looks at me, he says, what? He said, hell no. He said, brah. This is exactly how he said. I remember like it was yesterday. It's like 3-4 weeks ago. He said, brah, I let this pig go, and this pig get about 25, 30 more pounds, dude. Brah. And then we kill him, we feed the whole family.
Yeah.
Instead of just killing it now and feed. He
Was
said,
it a
bro.
male?
He said, huh? The pig?
It was what made he cut the nuts off.
No,
and
no,
let it
I
go?
don't. I think I don't even know if it was a female or a male, to be honest with you. But they literally just let the dogs like fuck
Fight
this.
them, train them.
Yeah,
training them.
yeah, they fucked this, and I was like looking at it, like, damn, that pig looks fucked up. They're like, dude, that pig
So
ain't,
tough.
dude. They were like, watch this. We let the pig kind of go, and like the pig like kind of start chasing after us a little bit, and then we kind of like kicked off, and it finally just took off and went. And I was like, dude, we just spent 30 minutes of letting dogs literally bite and try to kill this pig.
Training
I mean,
that
the
thing.
things are brutal. They can take some damage. I had a buddy, Lee, who he went hog hunting, and that's why I brought up the spear, because they went spear hunting. Problem is, he caught it with a spear. It ran up the spear, gored his arm. He had a big old scar, like hole right there. Gored his arm with the tusk, and he had to get it with the knife after. So they stick it with the spear.
Dude, those
then
animals, man, they're not real agile. So that's one thing about a hog. Right? You can really just grab them. It's like an alligator. You grab an alligator behind the neck. Once you got his problem out of the way,
correct.
You're good. But those hogs, you can bear hug them and roll on the ground. They really can't turn their head. They're so stiff in the neck.
Well,
but when it's coming at you,
that's the adrenaline
problem.
you want.
That's whenever they coming at you or whenever they get you and they throw them dogs.
Oh,
like they'll take that husk into the thing and the dog and
flip
them up.
I'm getting a Patterdale Terrier, and we can put this on this. I'm gonna send you the link of this Patterdale Terrier.
Yeah.
This dog will grab these pigs. These pigs will throw this dog across the tenacious little son bitches, bro.
Okay. How big they get?
Little missiles. I'm talking about the size of the body's probably a little bit bigger than this, but they just bad to the bone. Look up tenacious. Patterdale Terriers. And that's one of the best little hog dogs.
That's what I noticed though too. Like a lot of them, they were either pits, terriers.
It's a terrier.
Yeah, so it's like pit terriers.
I got blue lace. I've trained 2 hog dogs.
Yeah, what
blue laces. That's what I train.
Blue laces.
Now.
They also had some short hair pointers.
Yeah.
They were using too, and then also what was that other one that they had? It was like a Rottweiler.
May.
I think I think that's what it was, and he was a beast. But
oh yeah, them blue laces are nice, man.
It's crazy, bro. It's just to see like different cultures and how they do things and all too. Cause like back over here, you tell somebody, all right, bro, take this knife. We gonna catch these pigs. Like you ain't doing that in South Louisiana.
I got a coon hunt. Let's go do it this year.
What you mean, like doing that?
Yeah, I got 30 raccoons on one bait pile. So I got the lease over there in Thibodeau, right? So after the season, we're gonna get some good coon dogs, and we're gonna be part of this little Miss Lou Redneck Adventures situation. We better utilize the lease and just go track.
Do you need a license for them, or is it considered a nuisance animal?
I'm the lease owner, so
yeah. So I mean, I'm sure he would collect the tags.
Because like hogs here, I don't think you even need a license.
No,
they're nuisance animals because they dig into the levees.
I did my due diligence last year and got rid of a lot of them. And 20 that runs through Chag Bay, Highway 20. A lot of my lease is on the east side, which is the right side when you're going north towards Chag Bay. Mm-hmm. But all the hogs have now learned how to cross Highway 20 and on their left side. So they didn't got rid of my side because I didn't kill 30 of them last year. So this year I ain't got no hogs on camera yet. So that's a good sign.
Yeah, that's good.
Good sign.
Messing up your land?
It does help. It's a whole different hunt.
Were they messing up your land though?
It messes up a hunt. It messes up because when a hog starts running through the woods, it makes so much noise.
Scaring everything else.
Everything scatters.
And it does help if you're in the right stance because it would push a bunch of bucks and deer out the way because the bucks and deer are trying to what's coming through the woods, you know?
Yeah.
So it would kick a bunch of animals up, but it also eat all my food. I got 40-pound raccoons. I got 300-pound hogs that I'm feeding year round, you know? I mean, I got thermals now. I got to do.
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk about this dang thermal we got. You know that drone. They're going. I mean, I'm wasting money on these dang things, but at the same time, I got a bunch of people that I bring the food to, and I take care of a lot of people after the fact. I go and skin it, and that's where I build my relationships, man. Honestly.
Well, and I was about to say that's something that you probably use like with the things that you do now, like in all your jobs and stuff, like. You kind of use that and take people and it kind of like it just builds on and builds and builds and builds, right?
We go have fun, man, and I'll clean. I got a deer punks. I don't know if you ever heard of pier punks. We used to clean fish on the island when we were in high school. Our high school jobs, right? Grand Isle, yeah. We ended up selling it off. Kept the deer punk side of it, which is the logo that's on the back of my truck, and I use it for all the. Blood tracking. People call me to go and track their deer. So if you ever guys need,
you have a couple dogs, huh?
I got blue laces. I run blood tracking dog. I love that. That's my favorite. That's when you find the
that's your bread and butter.
I mean, I've got GoPros, and I wish I had somebody always on the phone contenting me because I don't like spending my time on the phone. Mm-hmm. So I'm learning how to put the GoPros on my dogs and on me.
That's what I'm about to say. Put them on a dog and catch them like while they're running.
Oh, dude, it's some of the most incredible hunts I've ever been. It's so hard to explain to people, man. I got a fun life in a way when it comes to deer season because I love going and find somebody's trophy for them, and I'm part of that hunt. You know, I mean, that what better scenario to see somebody's face light up?
Well, that's a memory. That's a memory too. And like what people don't understand, what I say people, right? But the people who master sales, right, and that master business relationships. So that's kind of what you do now, right? For that you kind of like are that person in a company that kind of
business development.
Business develop relationship wise, right? And what a lot of people don't understand is, or fail to get is, you know, yeah, you can do something awesome and cool and you can solve somebody's problem, right? But if they don't like you, they ain't gonna fucking work with you.
Right, yeah.
No,
I mean,
I
I
just-
appreciate everybody's work.
Well,
and
well-
I don't ask for work. I just ask for when I'm doing like a new person.
Right.
Say.
You see, but you where I was basically going with it was more like you build a relationship with these guys. It's almost hard for these guys to tell you no after. Oh,
Come
you
hang
can't.
out.
Yeah, that's
Let's
what
go. Let's
that's
go.
what I'm about to say. It's like you just killed a buck with him last year, and then now you need something that's
I
like
made a friend forever.
that's what I'm saying. You call them up, hey bro, I got this problem, or I need this,
Come
or
on,
whatever.
Let's
and
go. I'm your ride or die, bro.
That's
Like,
what I'm
let's go
saying.
frogging.
Because it's like that.
I know all this. It's seasonal. Like business is seasonal. In
Mhm.
my world, it is. You know, when it comes to this time of the year, and I understand how the plants are working because I work along the river. You know, all the refineries from my territories from Chalmette, basically, all the way to Baton Rouge, down to Lake Charles, the main highways, all the refineries.
Let the viewers
chemical.
know kind of what you do too, real quick.
So right now I'm employed with ATS, where small mechanical outfit. We're not like I've worked for performance contractors, kind of like a Turner. Now I'm with ATS, so we do mechanical pipe and steel, pipe support. We got fab shops.
Okay.
But our bread and butter is inspections, X-rays, and we could do this all from rope access. So the crews that I got, the people that work for me, you know, you meet these welders, and I see this all the time. You meet these welders that, you know, they just want to sit in their truck and weld. You got your rig welders. Our welders get on ropes like Spider-Man, you know, and go and inspect it. Tell you, hey, by the time they get down, they already got a flare tip, you know, replaced. You know, ain't got to come down, build a scaffold, wait 2 weeks. We could get up there. We could scale up there like Spider-Man. Unbolt. We got boilermakers, fitters, welders that are all rope access trained. And that saves a customer 6% of their you know, what they're trying to do for their budget. I mean, you ain't got to wait on scaffolds no more. And I've worked in scaffold companies and understand some places, and we got the right guys. Some places, like, you have to build a scaffold. Right. I can't rope access to this area. It'd be best, and we'll be honest about that. So the team I found, man, it's incredible. And that's what I look for. I look for guys that understand the process that I was grown up in, and I try to implement all the little strategic accountability processes that I learned in football to be able to hold people accountable, but maintaining these guys and making sure they're putting to work while these other big jobs are coming. That's kind of the niche that I'm figuring out right now, right?
Well, yeah,
you got to have your crew.
That honestly goes
Keep
back.
them busy some kind of way.
That actually goes a full circle back to another podcast that we talked about before, where we were talking about, you know, do athletes make the best employees, right? And what you saying that, you know, you talking about, you know, things that you learned in your football history and you applying them into your job currently today.
Well,
so I just
no, that what you say, and I do remember that when you were saying that, you know, off the field we were always busy as well. So sometimes people with these companies, they don't have jobs when they lose these crews. But if you keep these guys busy, whether it's, hey, look, come take care of something in the backyard, cut a tree, let's go steal a deer stand up, you know, just to keep these guys busy so they don't go find another place to go get nested at, you know. Having that relationship with these guys and being able to pay them, and we got the capital behind us to be able to maintain that overhead, to be able to keep these crews busy, we got the right guy. We pay them the right way, too. So, y'all holler if you need something, man. I mean, if you want to learn how to weld off of ropes, I can train you.
that's actually a cut. That's what I was saying.
And that's really important because these guys, especially welders, will hop from job to job. I mean, I own a contracting company. We contract a labor contracting company. We contract out welders, fitters, all that. And
It's the same thing I do.
The second there's a pause on a contract, they're up to the next thing. I mean, half the time they won't even come to us to see if there's another job we could put them on. They're already lined up for something else that next day.
Yeah, $1.
Workforce development is where I learned this stuff when I was coming through performance contractors. Mm-hmm. And I worked for performance for 9 years and did a multi-million-dollar projects. And Me and you had spoke about some projects before to
Yeah.
come in there and look with the drones and all that.
Pierre
some-
Performance, that's what they call it.
Pierre Performance.
Yeah,
Pierre
Pierre
Performance.
Performance.
Well, I got out of there, and no offensive performance at all. I saw some better opportunities.
Yeah, they're great.
To build my portfolio.
Yeah, do what's good
Performance
for
is
you.
they're a great company. We call it Pierre Performance just because
It's because art. I mean, that's where it was built.
everybody
That's where
that
it was
works for
built.
Performance is basically from the town Pierre Port.
That's
right?
exactly right.
And
Art
everywhere, if you're
Favre,
big in performance,
his
right?
story is incredible, and I worked under Art after my.
Oh, really?
Well, towards the end of my career at Performance, I started kind of getting into that HR role, that recruiting role. And I used to love going to these high schools and recruiting these kids out of high school and tell them, hey, look, don't waste your mama's money. And I come from a background, hey, Chase, only way you're going to college, I ain't paying for it. You got to get a scholarship.
Yeah.
So I'm telling these little young-yons and these kids in high school, hey, y'all can make six figures if you come work for me. I'll put you through craft school. So I still got these kids that I used to work on, and I was orchestrating 15 different high schools. That was the funnest part of my career.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
Traveling and going to talk to these kids in the auditoriums, and hey, come work for me.
Well,
Let me help you, and let me find you a craft.
You was
Don't waste your parents' money.
You was working obviously art, but you was working
Scott Favre,
and then what
his
about
son.
Julius?
I know Julius,
but he's not really heavy into it. But his brother still is, huh?
You see, Jerome just retired.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. But me and Jerome,
Hey, yeah,
we're on the lake together all the time.
Yeah, dude.
We fish all the
They some
time.
cool dudes. Yeah,
That's awesome people.
Dude.
Very, very, very solid people.
awesome people. Like
I've met, and I'd love to go and help them back, but I had to make that change because I wanted to build my knowledge. You get
Right.
in one place, you hunt in one field for a long time. I want to go hunt this other field, see how these people manage their property or how they build their business and understand. So I started working on my portfolio, and granted, I wasn't, I'm not married, no, girlfriend, no kids. So I had the
I
opportunity.
hear that, y'all. No girlfriend, no kid.
I'm not looking. I might just fine. I don't know. I'm not looking though. So
If it happens, it
I
happens.
ain't no skeezer.
But if you're looking,
I ain't looking.
No, he
I
said
ain't
that.
looking.
But if you're
looking,
Okay, I ain't looking. If you happen to see this show, but I am, whatever. But that helped me out, man. That like building my portfolio and getting out, man. It just really broadened my aspect because I was only seeing so much of one little place, being at Performance, and I hated leaving them. But when I left them, I've learned so much now, bro.
now you went straight to them after the
I've
NFL.
been through 4 companies since then, helping build their business.
I meant before, like after the NFL, you went straight to them, or you did something?
So going back to my uncle Eric, his Uncle Ruffin, their own Rufino's.
Mhm.
At the time, you'd be able to go over there and, pre-existing relationship was the only reason I kind of could go there because we didn't have NIL back in the day.
Right.
So I would get hooked up. We'd get some lunches over there.
Mm-hmm.
But he was my uncle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if he wasn't my uncle, we'd get in trouble. So I'd be able to bring different squads on the team. Tight ends, by the way, have our own little niche. Nobody likes to hang out. Either O-line, the quarterbacks, or the wide receiver. Tight ends, just a couple people.
But that's crazy though. So like,
But now the tight ends are the biggest freaking position in the damn game.
but they would like even back then like they would like y'all had to keep that on the low because like
You had to.
because y'all would have got in trouble just because like
I never ran into the trouble because I had a pre-existing relationship.
well yeah obviously but I'm saying like
Other people did, but they all be like, "Chiz, let's go eat. Let's go eat." So
crazy.
so I met a lot of people at my Uncle Ruffin's place, and then when I ran into he had took me under his wing, man. Him and my uncle was best friends, so I was his little nephew, and then he put me in touch with. And I don't know if you have been to Rufino's in Baton Rouge.
I
One
hear
of the
about
best
it.
restaurants.
I hear about
I
it
mean,
nonstop.
I think I've been to Rufino's
Anytime you
before.
search
Go there
like
on a Thursday night, you
No,
gonna find every big dog. Todd Graves.
If you search-
Rufino's is
Todd Graves did my
no
uncle's
I know what it
eulogy.
is. They have a bunch of people
it's
that
like a Ruth's Chris type place.
yeah
huh?
it's the best.
It's I've been to Rufino's before. It's a lot of people actually who work at Rufino's they graduated like a lot of like the servers and like
the bartenders make over like
yeah they
$1,000
all
a night.
well you know where they all graduated from Catholic High.
They take care of the community.
No, yeah.
care of
Like
the community.
most of the people that work over there. So like, I remember though, cause I was dating a girl one time, and her brother worked over there, and we went like see him, and like we went eat or whatever, and to see him or whatever. Well, one of the guy, they had another table, whatever, they came in, and he saw the dude was wearing a Catholic high ring or whatever, and that the waiter didn't even charge that table. He was like, "Don't worry about your meal. We got it out here tonight."
He definitely would take care of us.
Like, it's like,
I
I
mean,
think me and my wife are
whoever else
supposed
was
to
in
go there soon for some kind of. They have like some kind of theme night going on.
Yeah.
They have some kind of theme night going on. My parents were going to, and they asked me and my wife wanted to go where it's like a set menu through the night. But I've never been to Rufino's regularly. I'm sure it'll be just as good. But you never done something like that? Oh, it's awesome.
No,
Great
not
date night.
Rufino's, but like I've done that before. But no,
Been like a tasting of different kinds of
Oh, yeah,
foods
I
and the
became a
different
wine
wines.
connoisseur.
that's
yeah.
what you like now.
No, I mean I know how to talk to somebody about it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about wine, but
Yeah. I'm about to say. I mean, look, red meat, red wine. You know what I mean?
I don't know
Fish, white wine.
anything about wine. But hey, if you line up some drinks in front of me and say, "Taste these, they're good," sure, why not?
Yeah, I did meet some pretty cool people doing, like, he was a wine connoisseur, so, like, they had different wines come in. And Uncle Ruff was my man, so he really did put me in touch with a lot of the guys in town. And
Well, I bet you just have a good connection list too now, like just your contacts. I mean, if you really ever need something, you have
make a phone call, man.
make a phone call.
He taught me so much, and just the people that were around him, bro. Like, when you surround yourself around greatness, like, he did. He really did. And the people that are around there, I mean, he had Todd Grace did his eulogy, It was in Thibodeau doing it. I met, Mr. Todd a few times, and we all know each other. I was blessed to be in a family that had a hero, a local hero who died, and Barry Sanders, Chris Spillman all came to town, and I got lucky, man, getting my dad met my mama and had me.
Well, I mean, do you still keep in touch with like a bunch of the guys that you had graduated?
Oh yeah,
from
man,
LSU,
we all
yeah?
be hanging out.
I got a group chat and stuff.
Oh yeah, I got about 50 of them on it. Yeah.
Well, I'm honestly a little confused though. Why? What were you? So you played LSU in 2009. What year was that for you?
That was my redshirt freshman year.
Oh, that has makes sense. So,
I was a DN.
how many years you was in college for?
5.
And that's whenever I met you.
4-year
in that fit.
letterman.
And then you hit that. You went to Nichols for 1 year, did you?
No, my little brother did. He played
That's
with
why
Bo
you was
Thibodeau.
okay. So that's why you was over there.
Bo Abear. So me and T-Bob Abear were partners in college at LSU.
Yeah.
And Clint and Bo were the same dynamic at Nichols. So it was
That's the same bow and all that started.
yeah,
No, what it's called? Come on,
whoa, they called it. What was it? Midnight.
dude. Oh my, you don't know we
Started that,
dude. That is crazy, dude. And you know what's crazy?
That was.
I remember like talking to all of y'all
We ought to
and
bring
meeting,
that back,
dude. I don't know what they even did. Did they not? I thought they sold their accounts or
We need
something
to
like
figure
that.
out.
Dude. Well, I remember meeting all. I remember meeting all y'all on the beach or whatever, and I remember like it being like just coming up and it just getting started and just starting to catch traction, and everybody was like, "Yo, that's Bo," and I was like, "What?" And then like we ended up like all just kind of talking and meeting and shit, and it was just like,
Remember, they lived right across from the police station in Thibodeau
yeah,
on 20,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you ride by, and they would hold a sign up saying, honk if you want us to chug.
Yeah,
and right in front of the cop station.
But I was, and then right after that, it was the Butter House or whatever that they bought. Yeah, they bought it after or whatever. But no, that's crazy. I forgot about that.
And I remember we did the Grand Marshal Parade for the Ambrosia. And me and T-Bob were the Grand Marshals, and we drug Clinton Bow on the float with us too. It was pretty fun. We all rocked our jerseys in Thibodeau and Roxas before Ori had it. Yeah.
Good old
Oh
Roxas.
yeah, I talked to Ori the other day. How was that? I ain't seen no clips from the John Foster. I saw the drone flying around.
We making a video that crushed it. We killed. Yeah, we killed it. We
just got so much footage.
Yeah, we got so much footage to go through. We had probably like around like I would say 2,500 people there.
That was awesome.
Yeah, we
Good turnout.
We packed Thibodeau probably the biggest. That was probably the biggest turnout.
So it was over 3,000, huh?
No, I would say 2,500 somewhere around there. But
I wish the Bayou was opened up a little.
I know. I saw it.
I wanted to be in the Bayou, but I had that surgery.
They had they had 3 or 4 boats or whatever that was kind of in and around.
That's
it, and
right.
I was like, man.
But they did have his other guys, coming in the boats.
It just wasn't I don't think that's like the setup for it. If that makes sense.
The Bayou's not dredged yet. It's and the porch just needs to be moved.
And it was just dark back there in the bayou. They didn't have lights up, stuff like that.
The bayou so low compared to the stage.
It needs to be higher.
How do you make a bayou higher?
You dredge it. All this work that they're doing in Donaldsonville right now, and they're dredging all of bayou in Donaldsonville, it's going to flow better, but it's going to keep all that grass out, and then people can start landscaping the right way to where you could have steps and you could have porches.
I thought you would think that they already did that whenever they just cleared out the water plant that was right there.
That little dam thing.
Yeah.
But that weir just is the start. This is going to be probably a 5 or maybe 10 years down the road where actually the water is going to be consistently moving. Where you ain't got all these cattails growing on the side and actually pretty. But people are going to adjust to this bayou. People's backyards will want to make them pretty. I mean, people used to travel the bayou back in the day, get these plantations. That's how it was. So, like, all these, if you have a barge in the bayou these days, you could go and landscape people's backyards and build steps on these levees to get up to where you need to go.
Oh yeah, dude.
Man, you can make a killing doing something.
They got some rules on like the size of boats and things you could bring up there. I was talking with my dad and I was like, what idiot came up with those laws and implemented that to stop the boats? Like you used to have tugboats and stuff coming up there. And he goes,
the bridges.
He said that was actually me for the bridges. I was like, oh, I mean, it's a decent idea. Sure.
Wait, your dad implemented that?
Yeah, he used to work with Billy Tozan. And they made a whole bunch of the regulations down there on how all that worked. I'm like, Dad, come on.
Well, some of those bridges are going to have to be replaced because you can't get certain, like, pontoons or party barges through them. And I know the bridge right by Burger King.
That's what I was going to say. That one's definitely being replaced. Sea Level did the one down the road in Labradorville towards the Pointville where that one was kind of bad for a while.
You realize the amount of opportunity that it's going to have. You're going to have drop-off, pickups, Uber. You can do whatever you want. They got the
Uber
Gentlemen's
boats?
Club.
Yeah, but you say that into...
They got the Gentlemen's Club, the Roxas.
Yeah, but this is what it is.
Is that still running that?
Yes.
Thibodeau Gentlemen's Club?
I didn't even think that people still went to that.
No, I mean, I see it, though. I live right next to it.
I'm just saying, like, I'm surprised people even go.
Imagine if you get to it from the boat.
I don't mean to insult anyone, but where are you at in life if you're the Thibodeau stripper? Like at the Gentlemen's Club.
I mean, you saw what Bex did to their porch?
Actually, Bex has a real nice porch, actually.
I think every little outfit on the bayou should have something like that.
Bex did that, then what you call it?
Runs,
what you call it?
Crossing.
Yeah, LaFouche Crossing.
We're working on that right now to better get them a little stoop, to better have boats parked. Yeah, that'd be a good little deal, man. Imagine people, instead of cutting the grass from the front yard, you just get off the bayou in a boat and just cut people's backyards. I mean, be too easy, bro. It's a business opportunity we need to talk about, honestly.
Yeah.
You could use it. We're right up on the bayou there.
Just park in somebody's backyard and just drive your lawnmower. And it's easy. Put the putt pole. Too simple. I live on the bayou, so I can park everything from my house.
What you live
right between St. John Church and
I know where you're at.
Right where Eric died. I bought the house where grew up. Once he died, my mama didn't like us living there, and we ended up moving behind the plantation, Ryan's Plantation House in Thibodeau, which is my granny's old house that we sold to. We had given it to Nichols to make it out of culinary school, and then they didn't want to do anything with that, so ended up selling it to John, which is Matt Orr and John are really good friends, and John's really knowledgeable. He's the one that brought it back to life and brought it back to where.
Wait, so they bought the building? We
had sold the plantation to him. My family did, sorry.
How long ago this was?
This was probably 4 or 5 years ago, Mr. John bought it, with the intentions of him bringing it back to life.
I know, but
that's where all my brothers and my family get married.
Matt helped them out with it too?
No, Matt's like just understands Mr. John's views. You know what I'm saying? As far as I really don't know their dynamics, but knowing Mr. John, I bet you Matt asks Mr. John for a lot of answers and questions. John's a very smart man. We sold it to the right guy.
Which one's, you said the Ryan's Plantation?
Ryan, that's my mama's. That was my
Which one is
plan.
that?
That's where old Bubba's 2 was. The blue Bubba's 2.
Yeah.
There's
right across the street from there?
Right across the street.
Yeah. I know exactly
everything
where
on that side of the bayou north to Chag Bay is considered Ryan's Plantation, right? So that plantation's there. That's how everything plantations was built. The next plantation over is Laura Valley. And the next one before that is the Abbey Plantation. or Caldwell Plantation.
So, and you used to live there, or you?
That's where my family grew up. That's where my family's house is.
That's like right across the bayou from me, because I'm right on Highway 1. You know St. Joe Cemetery?
Yep. The one that's all over.
His people. They own the Spanish.
It's like a Spanish style looking house.
Okay.
It's like a Spanish mission.
Yeah,
that's where I grew up.
With the cast iron fence.
Yeah.
Yep.
Almost plantation looking, huh?
No, yeah, that is the one. Y'all do have a cast. He's talking about the cast iron fence that's next to it, like next to our rental properties.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we on that, and then
I'm thinking about that big place with the cast iron.
It's not. It's not that big white. It's the one next to it.
Okay.
But it still is a big house.
It looks like a Spanish mission, like with the shingles on.
That's how it was back in the day. Those old Spanish oaks.
You know they got the grotto with the statue of Mary.
Yes.
On the bayou side, that's ours.
Okay.
So that's all.
Okay.
Nice. That's our office building.
Literally
actually,
right across.
Mm-hmm.
So everything on the north side of the bayou it's my family's land.
Mm-hmm.
So we. On that side of the bayou, it's not.
Maybe that's how you know me, just seeing me around.
That's probably
that might be it.
Yeah, you did look familiar right away.
Y'all both from this area. I mean, it ain't the biggest town in the world. You know what I mean? It ain't the biggest town in the world.
That's right.
It's not like y'all in New York City or something. You know what I mean?
Speaking of New York, when I lived over there, I wasn't.
Wait, what was that change like being there? I mean, how long were you in New York?
I was in there for 11 months. Yeah.
So, you probably hated that knowing you, though.
I went there and I went to Five Guys and I left.
Yeah.
I went to Times Square once.
That dude Chase probably walked outside, tried to get in a truck, tried to drive somewhere.
You can't even turn
left. Fuck that.
You can't even turn left.
No, you got to
turn right to go left.
What you mean?
You cannot turn left in New York.
Really?
There's no intersection that allows you to turn left. You got to take a right, do a U-turn to go left.
That's why nobody drives
traffic.
There.
It's crazy, Nick.
I did not know that.
I was completely confused in life.
That's why nobody gets a car there, apart from the fact that parking's like more than you rent every day. But you take the subway and you walk everywhere.
And it stinks down there too.
It does. I lived in Manhattan for a year and a half.
I never had to take the subway. I got lucky with that.
Well, I got real lucky when I made friends with the first round draft pick that year, Justin Pugh. And he took us on a rooftop party, and that was pretty fun.
No, I can only imagine.
And then we had practice the next morning, but we all knew how to bounce back.
I can only imagine, though. It's like either like in your situation, like, did you have people that would like if you go on a subway, or did you have to travel a lot?
I really didn't know. I'd kind of live right next to MetLife in our operations building.
But like growing up, I guess, and like just being as big as you were.
No, I never really left the bayou, cuz.
That's what I was about to say. Like, did anybody ever give you like any problems or anything? You know what I mean? Like just because you're bigger, like just kind of test you. You know what I mean? Like why you was
always.
You know what I mean?
When you go to around here, they didn't really test you over there because I'm on pins and needles too, right? So I was just trying to get.
You kind of like looking around, like
getting away.
Yeah.
Because I grew up around uptown. You know us. You know we're town.
Yeah.
I
know what's going on.
Where you go to the bowling alley in Houma and it's a fight.
It's a fight.
You go to the Pierre Port and it's a fight.
It's a fucking fight. If you go to Pierre Port, if you go to Pierre Port, especially you lucky.
I went to Poodoo's one night.
No, yeah. Oh, did you fight? You got in a fight?
Well, this old man said you disrespected my little girl. I was like, I don't even know your little girl. He told me his girl. I'm like, I don't even know.
Just talking some shit. Yeah.
He just kept coming at me. All it did was. Hey.
But that's Morgan City, though. Honestly, that's pussy. That's Morgan City, man. They can't haunt.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I would feel bad for him too.
Yeah.
But now Pierre Port now is a different story though. Like, but I'm saying you was always with Ty or somebody like that. So if you would have went down in Pierre Port without somebody like Ty or me or somebody that knows, because like, dude, there's been times
I would have to tell people like, I have to I'm with. Like, I'm not just a random.
Yeah,
like,
I roll up,
this guy. People notice who I am.
It's really like that?
Dude, oh, my God.
It's
dude,
ridiculous.
I brought people to Pierre Port to bars, and I'm talking about, like, friends of mine, and then I leave for, like, not even 2 minutes. I got these big old, the biggest dudes in Pierre Port that just looking and itching for a fight. They're just ready to fight just because they nothing else to do, and they just want to fucking fight. And then I'm just having to go walk over and, like, hey, bro. This is my boy. Don't fuck with him. Like, stop. Like, because, like, at the end of the day, Sly, that was my boy. So it was kind of like, you don't, like, if somebody fucked to me, they fucking with Sly. So, like, Sly always had my back. So I was just like, hey, don't fuck with this dude. Like, he's with us. Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
And then, like, I was friends with everybody. So if I bring somebody to Pierre Port, everybody knows, So I brought my fair share of friends. But, like, I've watched it happen where I seen somebody bring somebody, and I didn't even know the dude. And all of a sudden, they got 3 of them just walking up to dude just because he's just a random whatever. Dude beat the shit out of this dude. And I'm just like.
They had an incident this past year at, I ain't going to mention any bars names. You're going to know the bar when I talk about it. But, they got a couple pool tables right there on the left. Big old dance floor in the back. Right past when you get over the drawbridge, you keep going down and go to the hangouts on the left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had, big band playing that night and the lights cut off, on purpose. Bruh, I mean, I'm talking about when I walked in that place, they're already like, who are you,
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm pretty good at moving out the way.
Uh-huh.
I've learned. I'm a big man. I'm getting skinny when I'm walking through a crowd.
No, but like you can hurt somebody though too at the end of the day.
I'm not trying to.
That's exactly.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
Not trying to, but
like,
a lot of little men.
They want to test. That's all.
I'm surprised those little guys would want to test them.
No,
like,
that's crazy too. That's what blows my mind.
They do. Blows my mind. And like it's this mentality of like
the lights went out.
They just gotta prove it.
Oh, they gotta prove it, dude.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, dude, it don't make you a bigger man. You ain't going. This chick ain't going home with you because you just beat up this dude tonight.
So my biggest thing I do a lot, man, and this comes back to the relationship building. I love to do, and I feel like I was born to do it. I love going to talk to the owners. He's a good pool player. I love playing pool. If I'm going in there, because I like to play pool, right, I might go in there by myself. But everybody in that staff knows me because I didn't make my introduction, talk to them.
Well, no, I mean, people from PPR know who you are now.
If somebody was to come pick on, try to start a fight, I'm not the one that's going to fight. I'm going to be, hey, look, dude's a problem. He needs to get out. If you want me to take care of this for you, I will. But just tell me what to do. But that gives me an opportunity to talk to these owners, and so I could go back by myself and feel comfortable now.
Yeah.
I ain't got to ride, if I'm passing through, because I go to the lake every weekend when it comes to this, fishing season. But now hunting season, I'm in a whole different part of the woods.
Yeah, I can only imagine somebody, and like I wish my viewers, I'm gonna have to have them on a podcast sometime, but I can I would love to have seen like Ty back in the day. Like
that's where I met him.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But no, but like I'm saying,
I caught him before I came here. I wanted to talk to him.
Dude, I never like.
He was awesome.
I never had to see Ty fight, like talk about. But like, dude, Ty's one of those dudes where
he'll thrash with you.
No, but like Ty's like one of those dudes where like he's really one of those dudes that sees like it's like I'm not gonna call. Look, Ty's my homie, one of my best friends since growing up, right? He's not retarded, right?
No, yeah, he's smart.
Ty, you're a smart dude, right? You're not retarded, but you got that retarded strength. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
he don't even realize it. He
strong.
Doesn't. You know, like he doesn't know it.
He
I'm
could have been a great athlete.
Great athlete.
If you'd applied it, no doubt. And you know that, Ty. I'm gonna tell you right now, you could have been. And I tell you all the time, Ty.
And he'll probably watch this shit, but like I'm telling you, dude, like he wasn't retarded, but he got that retard strength, dude. Like I'm talking about, like. Sorry, I mean, or whatever. Politically correct. I'm sorry, whatever. But dude, he has some strength. You know, that dude has some strength.
If you ever describe me to somebody and you start the sentence with "he's not retarded,"
but no, Ty, dude, if you knew Ty, you would understand. Like
he's so fun, man. He's such an uplifting person. Really
you'll never be.
He
sad
could really do
him.
some damage.
Oh, he can do some damage.
He can do some damage, but I've never seen him, go into that aspect. But but having a guy that the demeanor. That's what, and I'm sure you could see. And
like, look, I'll put it to you like this: it was me, Ty, and one of my other little friends, Taylor. Now Taylor, he's small, and then it's me, and then Ty, he's like the biggest one. We all in my house, and this is like probably like 9th grade, high school, 8th grade, middle school, something like that. And we hear a weird noise outside, dude. All of a sudden, Ty gets bright red, starts flexing up, and dude, he's bigger than he's way bigger than he's way big. Yeah, he's way bigger than everybody. He's like. Dude, he just starts crying. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I swear to God, dude, if somebody breaking in, I'm gonna fucking kill him. Dude, and like he was so serious. I was like, I could see it on his face. Yeah. I was like, too tired. Chill out, bro. I was like, calm down, dude. I was like, 'cause it's just a noise, the wind blew or something, dude. I was like, ain't nobody coming to sneak in.
He's on pins and needles.
Oh,
dude. Bring Ty on the haunted boat.
Oh, dude.
You would love him. If you ain't never got a chance to meet him, man, you would love him. Awesome dude.
I wish he wouldn't have moved back to Alabama.
He met him an awesome woman.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Got a kid, man. That Ty is.
He's doing great.
Straight ace, no doubt. had it in him, always had it in him.
Then he got a good job. I'm pretty sure that he likes, and
he loves it. Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna need to call Ty and catch up
Yeah,
with him too.
I tried to call, tell him why you dancing me.
So you never had that aggression streak though. Like when you playing football, you never had any fights on the field or anything like that.
So I appreciate you saying that because aggression is hard now because I don't get to hit people all the time. And I used to be able to get my aggression out when I had my helmet on. Right, that's the only field that you could get away with killing somebody. Honestly, if you don't play the game. If you don't play the game next to me like this, where you could go decleat somebody, actually hurt them, and get away with between the whistles, right? Mm-hmm. You're not playing the game with me. So that's where I used to be able to get a lot of my aggression out. I'm a helmet guy. I could take the helmet off and be. I will. I'm not that guy to be able to fight, and I will. I've been trained to fight, and beat people down for 3 hours on a Saturday night, but I'm not that guy that's gonna fight off the field. I know the places and the spots, but when you put the helmet on, if you don't,
I don't think. Well,
your intensity don't match mine, and we're going out there. We're going. I mean, imagine me and you on a tag team in a ring. If you ain't, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get the best out of you, and I hope you do the same to me.
I just don't. I've never seen you. I personally, and like I've been out with you a lot of times. Like we've partied a lot together.
I don't want to do that.
I just never. I never in my life. I don't even think I ever seen you like upset. Like talk about. You know what I mean?
I don't want to.
It's almost like it would be like. I feel like it would be hard to like. What can you even say to you that would be like that would really get you going?
I think the only place that would happen would be like in a bathroom where no cameras are. If somebody really wants
yeah.
But I'm not looking to do that.
Yeah.
But when the helmet's on, you were able to just kick it on like that?
I mean, it was me and that was, I had lines to stay between, so that's, and even when I was standing on the sideline, I had another guy that I was training or helping, like a young cat, Nick Jacobs, for instance, that he ended up going playing the pros. I hurt my back in college, so I didn't have the full opportunity to continue my career. And I got called up and felt about physicals at both places. But I was able to teach and help these young cats, and they had this one guy, Nick Jacobs, he was impressive. Just a big from Manny. But I would stay in his ear all the time. Like, man, you good, you got it. But he didn't have that mean streak, It's hard to teach that mean streak, that temper. My older brothers got it. My little brothers got it. As far as shutting it off, that's what takes the man right there, like understanding how to shut it off, because my older brother liked to fight, my little brother liked to fight. We all fought, and me and Chris and Clint would fight each other, but as far as me fighting other people, I'm not out there to go look for a fight. I'm the last person that wants to fight, trust me. But
I mean,
you got people that run into you and bumping you. I'm like, dude, I didn't mean to hit you. I'm just bigger than you. I'm sorry. And look, you say something like that.
Well, no, man.
Like, I'm just bigger than you. You're just little. I didn't mean to hit you. It pisses them off.
Well, imagine being in the bar and fucking really
and
bumping
I'm
it.
sorry, bro. I'm trying to move out your way.
I turn around there all pissed off. Like, who did it?
Well, no, you look at it, you turn around, you're like, oh.
But people who come up to you and hit you just to try to get antagonize.
That happened to you before?
All the time. And it happens worse over there in North Baton Rouge and Denham, that LPT area. That's where
them little country folk songs, cornbread. Them cornbread.
They eat corn through a picket fence around.
Yeah. They try. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That would be a bad day. I don't think that would be a good day.
No.
But hold on. Perfect example. Actually, I'm glad this came up. This is what I mean to know. All right. Size, fighting, right? This is what I'm meaning. You take somebody, and no offense to you, Paul. Right? Paul just won his fight, right? Paul, great dude, great little dude, 125. That's what he fights at, 125, right? Small guy.
What kind of fighting?
MMA.
He just won the flyweight title on CWC this past weekend.
So, let me just be real. Paul and Chase.
There's a limit to the size.
That's what I was about to say. So, Paul has no chance. Even if Paul was able to monkey his way on to Chase and get a hold of his neck, Chase is so strong. No, that's what I'm saying. Chase is so strong. All he would do is.
Well, there's a limit. Even with me, I could beat somebody much bigger than me who's not trained. But I'm 200 pounds. once you hit that limit, you got a guy 300 pounds. That's gonna shut that down.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's what
Well, you were saying you and Paul, but
No,
you ain't that much bigger than Paul.
No, I'm not.
I feel like it's
Look,
more like
Paul with
grappling,
my-
like those barn bars, those little knick-knack stuff that would get me that I'm not used to.
That's
I
what I'm
always
saying.
tell this story, when I was a blue belt and I had some good skill there. I'd been training for a few years, and we had this guy, Jim, came over to our gym. And this dude was 280, all the roids. He probably didn't have an ounce of body fat on him. I got him in the perfect arm bar, right? Had it perfect, locked out and everything. He just stopped, looked at me. Now, this guy had just started training jiu-jitsu, and he goes, had a thick accent. He went, no. Lifted me up like this, my whole body, and pulled it in. It's like you hit a limit. There's nothing you could do when I might have been 170 at the time with that. But
it's just still the point.
That's a weight class difference.
Yeah.
100 pounds, like overcoming that, especially if it's an athletic.
That's the only thing I was trying to get across to you. Like, dude, there got to be at some point when somebody's like, because the only reason I even brought it up is because me and Duncan had these conversations before where it's like, dude, if you just so big of a person and so big, like, dude, like,
how do you approach it?
Like think about me. Like me and you get in a fight. How am I physically gonna fucking strangle your fucking neck that's 30 fucking inches wide?
Right.
Can't even fucking put my hands around the motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like,
yeah.
Difference is though, you to Paul, you're not that much bigger than him, and athletic is a word in there.
Paul,
so
Paul would slap me around like a monkey dog. Yeah. But I'm saying like somebody like this where it's just like,
you have to start kicking me in the nuts.
Yeah, like you're fucking statue.
You gotta make me fall in a way. You gotta make so you can get me in my weakness.
That's all I've been trying to get, because like we watched that other dude. We watched a dude. Now you put somebody up like Joe.
Oh yeah, Joe.
Nah, he probably not trained or whatever the case. That now we got to fight. Now we talking about a fight. Yeah, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. This dude Joe.
Joe Bukowski.
Joe Bukowski. Okay. He's actually really good. He's like a
big boy.
He was the main event on that card. It's his second pro fight. His amateur record completely undefeated. Pro now undefeated for 2 fights. He's 23.
Yeah,
or something like that. Fights 185. He's just a big dude.
And
I can meet him. See where he trains.
Athletic like crazy.
How much he weighs?
Fights 185. Probably walks around 210.
How tall is he?
I want to say he's my height. He might be an inch shorter.
Yeah, he's not 6'7" or nothing, but like he's like 6 foot. But he's just a big, and like he's like whenever I saw him, like he's a stallion. Like there's no quit in him. Like he got horsepower. Like
brown belt in jiu-jitsu. He can go 20 rounds in sparring. Like we have to change out fresh guys for him, and he throws like 1,000 punches around. Just keeps going. And the power behind it. Yeah. Just pinpoint accurate.
It's kind of almost like nature. It's honestly almost like if we would put tie, like he was like, it'd be like if you would put a tie and like actually.
I don't quit.
Well, actually try. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like you just.
Like if you could train him.
Yeah. Like if you could actually.
He'd be great at it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just a strong
yoga,
dude.
Man, I love yoga. Like yoga helped me. I can still cut backflips.
You need to get him in jiu-jitsu.
You said you did some.
I roll around.
Oh, you do? So
I've had a couple of people ask me, come do it. Bosses I used to work for that roll around.
Well, I mean,
I didn't know the rules, and the first time I did it, right? So I was like,
I didn't
know that this dude wanted me to go and do it to him. Let's come roll with me. So I got off of work. I went roll with him. I said, so what's the point of this game? Do I just put you in your back and that's it? But it was like a 2 or 3 minute session, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I had him everything completely pinned. I had him, I was on top of him, buried him. I'm like, all right, what do I do now? I'm done. I thought I didn't know the rules as far as explaining. You got to make this.
Trying to get a submission and all that.
Correct. Yeah. So I just got on top of him. I was like, you ain't going anywhere. And I was like, I'm done, because I was tired at the time. So I let my arms go. I'm like, what are you going to do now? As soon as I opened my arm up, he ran up on me and put me in an arm bar. I'm like, oh, okay. So if I'd have just grabbed you by the neck and made you choke out, I would have won.
Well, and that's the problem with somebody who's big but not trained. It's like they might get you there and hold you for a few seconds, but if they take an arm off to hit you, and you know what you're doing, you're out.
That's it.
If they try holding you like this, you could break that easy than if they know how to hold you.
But where I'm coming at with it is,
I mean, within size.
That's what I was about to say. Like within size, like even if he lets go of that hand and that person comes up and hits him, I'm sure you can take a nasty hit to the fucking chin and be okay. And
or just grab him like you did.
That's what I was saying.
I could have just grabbed him by the neck and just. I could have put you out.
That's where I'm coming at with from it. Like, but like I'm thinking too more like. street fight instance, not actual
But
training and actual.
So Joe Rogan was
rules,
talking about
right.
this the other day. You know, people were like, "Oh, street fight and stuff." All that changes is now you can bite, kick in the nuts, and poke in the eyes.
Right.
Like that.
No,
That's all it changes for
I
a
wouldn't
street
say
fight.
that.
There's no
street fight
rules.
between MMA. I wouldn't say that. I would say
That's the only difference
A street
for
fight.
MMA.
Really?
Like, yeah.
It's
So
just
people be like,
rules.
"Oh, well." So Krav Maga is bullshit. But people say, "Oh, if a Krav Maga guy fought a MMA fighter, he'd win because he doesn't have to
what I
abide
mean
by
by
rules."
what
And it's like,
what I mean by street fight, Duncan, I'm not talking about like nuts or whatever. Like if
no,
I'm
I'm
coming in a
saying
street
that's the only
fight,
difference.
No, this is
in
what I'm talking
the
about.
rules.
If we're in a street fight, and this is what I'm meaning by rules and against the UFC, right? If we're in a street fight and I'm going against anybody, Chase, Duncan, no matter who you are, I'm probably gonna try to kick in your knee and break your fucking kneecap so that you can't use your leg anymore. So that's what I'm talking about. In UFC,
Here's the
you're
problem.
not breaking it. You're not trying to kick somebody's kneecap in.
That's where you're wrong. That's allowed in the UFC. The reason they don't do it is because we know how to defend it. It doesn't work. John Jones does it all the time. He'll do those little oblique kicks right to the
I
knee.
didn't
People
know
try
that.
to get
I
it banned.
I really didn't know that.
Oh, John Jones does it all the time. And he's jacked dudes up real bad with it. I popped a dude's knee in training with that because I do a little kick like that to the knee.
So like you can like
Not time to
literally
come in.
try to like dislocate something off of somebody.
Yeah,
in the
it's just
UFC.
not as easy as you would think.
Right.
Like I've had guys try that on me. I know how to check it when I see that kick coming, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah.
see that, but so and then y'all talk about this like so under a POW in football, right?
Mhm.
If you start bleeding and you get blood on the jersey, you got to come out of the game, right? Or if somebody loses their helmet, they got to come out of the game for a play.
Mhm.
I don't know if y'all know how important that is in football when you could get their best player off the field for one play, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Makes a
on the
difference.
bottom of piles, I can tell you there is some crazy stuff that goes down.
Oh yeah.
I used to
I've been there.
make people bleed just to get blood on them, and I would run to a ref. Hey, he's got blood all over me. He's got blood on, and he would have to come out. You know, by
What y'all do
pinching
is
him,
just grab and pinching, whatever y'all can do.
stick your fingers anywhere you can. You know what I'm saying? Just pissing people off.
Damn.
But they doing it to me too.
I know,
though.
I know,
You know, they're
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to get me off the field.
Yeah.
You know? So that time where you could get a guy off the field is a huge difference. You run back, you tell coach, "Hey, look, this guy's, we could run the stretch now. This guy ain't better get the stretch."
Yeah.
You know, so that stuff happens.
God.
all the
Here's
time.
actually a good way to relate it. Okay, so you got a guy you're going up against on the line who's a lot bigger than you, but he has bigger and stronger than you, let's say.
Right.
But he has no technique, doesn't know how to block right. He gonna get past you, or is he gonna be able to stop you? I should say.
It depends how
If
nasty.
How
he's
big
just-
and
I don't know how
nasty?
good he is.
Yeah,
I'm
how big
saying
and nasty
if
he
he-
is.
if he's just a big-
he don't have no technique, he might just bull rush me. You never know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Say he's a defensive end,
Right.
Right.
If he's trying to get the
and
edge.
he's just trying to stop you, but it's just some big guy that pulled off the street. Never did football before. Just a big, jack, strong guy. Is he gonna be able to stop you getting around him?
It depends.
I guess
on-
it just depends.
It
Yeah.
depends on how old he is mentality. 'Cause I had one guy that did it to me wrong one time, and I got baptized in college. I really did. Man. It was North Texas, and coach told me, "Hey, look, they got a guy. He just got out the military. When you get in the military, you can go back and sign up for football." And he did, and he was like a 30-year-old man. He's like, "Chase, he only got 1 quarter in him." First game of the season, I come off the ball. I want to set a tone. Coaches have been telling me about this dude all week long. He's got about a quarter in him. He's strong. Get ready, Chase. I come off the ball, hit him. He broke my nose. Right, first play.
Broke it? Like what he did? Like smash the helmet in? Like your helmet?
He hit me. I used to nip my head. So when you nip your head, you don't have any Velcro. I call it Velcro, but it's your helmet can slide down, right? So it slid down. I broke my nose. I couldn't see. But the first hit, he said, I thought I was going to bring the tone to him, but he didn't really have any technique. He just was strong.
Just a
He
strong
was
dude.
strong. He was built like a jukebox. Yeah, I mean, those technique is so important, man. It really is. But hitting a guy that didn't have technique you don't know what you're hitting. It's like a wild man. You know, I mean, they don't even know their strengths in a way.
Yeah.
Some of those, but that goes back to coaching too.
Yeah. Well, the same thing though. I mean, I guess when I'm saying technique, like that guy, it's not his first day playing football, huh?
Right.
I'm talking. You just took a power lifter off who never put the pads on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is that guy going to be able to stop you?
Yes. So we did do that at LSU. We had James Stampley. We took off the powerlifting team, and he was so good at getting low.
Mhm.
He was cause when lifting and power cleaning, you got to know how to drop your hips, get underneath the bar. And he was our fullback, and he would be able to get so low that nobody. And we call it a big cat drill, where you go head to head before you even stretch, before you even practice. This is the worst thing that LSU ever did, by the way. This is how everybody got hurt. First thing you do is put the best against best, 2 yards in front of each other. Who's better than you? You know what I'm saying? You hit. But when James would go, that power lifter, he knew how to get the low man always wins. Low man, hands inside. If your hands are outside, you get called for holding. But whoever get their hands inside wins. And James, his technique, he was so technically sound because of a power lifter. He listened, and he couldn't speak too well, right? And now he's a freaking doctor. It's crazy. It's crazy. This dude, it's awesome. But this dude, like, no one could beat him because he was just like a little freaking RC car. Once he hit you, he was just running you back. You couldn't get lower than him. His pad level coming off the ball was lower than this.
Damn.
Like, just staying that low and coming up.
You got that.
You're gonna
You
push anybody.
never played on the line, huh?
No, hell no.
Oh,
I was too small.
I've been there.
I was always too small.
It sucks being tall.
Yeah, I was always too small.
That's why yoga helped me out. Understand how to get under my hips.
Yeah, I can only imagine, bro. Yoga. I actually want to try something like that just to like get some more flexibility in it.
We can start doing it.
Straight up, because like I'm always noticing I just want to get more flexible. Like
Got a
with
couple
my
guys
rheumatoid
right now that I'm helping out with the Nichols athletic yoga trainer.
Really?
Yep. So
when y'all go do that?
right now 2 ice a week. I hadn't done it because of the surgery, but my guys are still
Doing
in
it for
class
them?
right now. Yeah, I'm about to start next week.
Well,
I
let me
probably
know for
should
sure.
get into that. I'm losing
Bruh,
my
it's
flexibility like crazy
Mentally,
lately.
it's a mental thing that makes you so soothing.
Well, no, and I hear it too. Like you could like actually lose some weight. Like it's like kind of
Big
hard
time.
Oh, yeah.
because
Tough.
like you gotta hold those positions and you get
You know,
tired.
Wait till you
heated
do
yoga?
this,
Y'all do heated yoga or just
Yeah.
yeah?
Mhm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, look,
Calisthenics yoga.
we Duncan, we'll wrap it up. That way you can get out of here too. Do you have anything else that you want to hit on tonight before that we ended off? Because he got a class that he got to get to, and our guy's telling us that it's pretty much time right now.
Man, not really. I appreciate your time, bro.
I mean, no, we
to
honestly,
have
yeah,
you
no, yeah,
back
do this
on for
again.
sure.
yeah. I was about to say we have you again, and next
Yeah.
time we have you, we get some more drinks in us, and we might even call Ty or
We're gonna be able
somebody.
to go hunting after
Yeah,
this.
yeah. No, well, look, we starting a vlog series, so actually that might
Let's
be a
do
good
that.
idea. Let's do something like that.
Come follow me in the woods.
Yeah, and we do like we could come in. We could,
You could take me on my first hunt.
That's
yeah.
I'm about
That would be
this.
that would be a great one.
Perfect.
First time
Let's do
hunt.
it.
Yeah, let's do that.
it.
Let's actually really make that
Yeah.
happen.
Chase Clement takes a yuppie hunting.
Yeah.
You ain't a yuppie. You from what? Below the Mason-Dixon line, right?
Nah.
Yeah,
Well,
so
I'm from Thibodeau.
Yeah. Yuppies are from north of
Yeah.
Mason-Dixon.
I don't know if I lived
I got you,
north
though.
of it for too long.
I got you, cuz. Don't worry. We're going to make that happen.
Well, let's make it.
Yeah, brother. No doubt.